saying this, I've just unticked my audio box, but I'll let you do the intro because you're doing cameras. So you're basically the host tonight.
And welcome back, everybody. We are here again in Abu Dhabi around just about 1 o'clock. We're gonna have a short qualifying around the track and then a 50% race. And we're gonna see the best SSR has to offer, Tier 1. With me, I have my good friend and rival from Tier 2, GB Sanderson. How you doing, man?
Yeah, it's good to be here. Obviously, for once we didn't have a battle this weekend. We had one in Singapore a few weeks back, but Abu Dhabi was nice and quiet between the two of us. But a very exciting race of Tier 1 coming up here.
It is indeed. We already see a few cars going out. I think Chile is gonna be the first one. In the McLaren, behind him a Haas and a Racing Point.
Yeah, I'm going to keep an eye on Chile. I think he's a new driver this weekend, isn't he?
I think I've seen him somewhere. I can't recall where. Chile. I think he was in the esports on Friday. No? Yes, maybe?
I'm not too sure. I didn't manage to tune into esports last night, so...
Or he was in Formula 2.
Oh, and he's had a spin already, actually.
Oops.
At the start of the second sector there. Exit
Totally
of turn
intentional.
9, I think that was.
He totally planned it. We have 10 whole dollars from Tier 2. Just filling the grid in one of the Ferraris. And I think Wi-Fi as well, a reserve driver. Sorry. And Sinkizuato, I think this is his first race since he tested with us. He's still in the pits. I'm gonna keep an eye on 10 whole dollars for now. See what he can do in Tier 1.
Yeah,
we have,
technical.
Of course, title fighters.
Yeah, $10 perhaps didn't have the best of races earlier tonight. Certainly not by his standards, but Tier 2 champion a few weeks in advance, so he's had a pretty successful season, to say the least.
Indeed, he did. Yeah, unfortunately, he got disqualified in the qualifying. He was right behind me, actually, when one of the McLarens hit the pit wall in the entry, and 10 whole dollars was behind them, and both of them got disqualified. It was just, I've seen it from my rear view. It was just weird.
Yeah, it's a pretty comical way to get disqualified from a session, to say the least.
It is indeed. We don't have Payox Kings on the grid, who is fighting for the title with ABR Murphy in the Williams, but we do have Boss Cookie, who has been dominating Tier 1 since he showed up.
Got a lot of people in the chat, already up to 17 viewers. Thank you very much, guys, for tuning in. Got UFR Grand saying Boss Cookie for the win. So he did say he's been dominating so far, and I'm on board with him. Well, I'm starting board with him at the moment. He's just got purple sector 2, so I think he's going to be the first man across the line. And what could be
Reflex Pilot right behind Boss Cookie.
Yeah, what could be two very good times on these two.
Yellow flag, one of the Alfa Romeos just ducking out of the way.
Boss Cookie comes up to the line, sets a 1:33.4.
Wow.
Very fast
Reflex
like that.
Pilot, only 1:35 from Reflex Pilot. Boss Cookie's time is better than the Tier 2 pole position time, isn't it? I'm not sure now.
Yeah, that's a very quick lap from him. $10 making the Ferrari go second with a 34.7, so over a second slower than provisional pole at the moment.
And Division jumps up to second place, only a few hundredths in front of 10 whole dollars.
Next man across the line will be...
Monkey ducked into the pit.
Will be ABR
Murphy's
Murphy,
coming
I
in for a
think.
hot lap.
Jamie the G reminding us that Tier 2 pole time was a 34.2. So almost a
34.2.
second quicker.
Almost,
Yeah,
well,
almost a
Boss
second
Cookie is
quicker.
setting the pace here.
Murphy slots into P2 of 33.57. Very, very close between those two out the front. But we used to see Murphy and Boss Cookie be right at the sharp end of the pack. They are two very quick drivers in SSR Tier 1. And no surprises there. Provisional P1 and P2.
Looks like Zampa's gonna start his hot lap right now. Behind him is Boss Cookie coming into the pit with Reflex Pilot, and an Alfa Romeo with Massive Afro coming in for the next lap.
Yeah. I'm riding on board at the moment with Zampa. There is a yellow flag at the start of Sector 2, but that's just from the Williams of ABR Murphy, just taking his time on his in-lap, so nothing to worry about there. But Zampa supposedly set
Craig Conley
purple
left the
Sector
session.
1. Yeah, I'll get Craig back in.
Thank you so much. Massive Afro in the meantime with a 134.2. I'm gonna jump to Zampa. Follow him on his lap. So like I said, it's gonna be a short qualifying, 18 minutes total, and then a 50% race, 28 laps around Yas Marina circuit, which is very tricky, especially the third sector.
Yeah,
Let's see how
the third sector is definitely one that can catch people out. I'm on board at the moment with Zampa, who is in that third sector, locking up a couple of times already while I've been on board with him. But he's coming through what is arguably one of the trickiest corners on the track here, just before the Yas Viceroy Hotel. That triple right-hander there is so difficult to judge your braking zone and get it turned in without running it out too wide, but Zampa seemingly doing a pretty good job as he comes into the final couple of corners. Through turn 21, another pretty difficult corner to get a good run out of it, but across the line, Zampa goes P9 with a 35.1. I think we have a lot of time still to come from Zampa there.
Let's hope so, let's hope so. Reflex Pilot down to 9th place now. Halo with a 34.7. Massive Afro jumped his teammate by half a second. King Chalupa in the meantime 34.2, just behind Chile.
Yes, that's a very close battle
Seems to
actually
be
for
cutting
P3.
all the corners to get back on the pit. He's in a rush. Let's see who's gonna be the next one. I think a Red Bull of JDM Haters. JDM
on the
Haters
medium
is gonna be
tyres
next.
as well. And dead last.
Dead last, 35.8. Not a bad lap on the mediums. We've seen Tier 2 Maestro with a 35.2 in P4 on the medium tires. Craig Conley fortunately is back in the Alpha Tauri. Let's see Sink Kizuato. I think he's a new player, new driver, but I haven't seen him since the test race. Let's see what he can do. He had massive speed on the test race. He just left everyone standing.
Yeah, Sink at the moment coming through with the hairpin at turn 7. Just behind that grandstand is the very well known Ferrari World.
I'd love to go there, to the Ferrari World. I'm a big Ferrari
sure
fan.
All of us would love to go to Ferrari World at some point. And to be fair to the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, it's known for its parties afterwards in the Amber Lounge, but for SSR at least, it isn't the final race of the season. The drivers won't be laying their hair down too much after this one. We still have Mexico, Brazil and the United States still to come here, as Sink Kizuato is just set a purple sector 2 there. So the debutant in the AlphaTauri looking pretty quick.
Very squiggly on these tricky slow corners. Let's see if he can bring it home. Just a bit wide there, but he didn't invalidate. Lucky there. He can still bring this lap home.
Got Jamie the G in the chat, very excited about the prospect of Mexico next week. That will be the next race on the SSR calendar. Mexico around that city, very high altitude track, but should be an interesting one. Mexico always seems to provide some pretty good racing. Got Pirate
Well, we're
Arthur in the
looking
chat as well.
forward to seeing you on the podium, Jamie. Make sure you get there. Sinkizuato with a 34-0, even with that little mistake there behind the two Williams drivers. Boss Cookie sets a 33-2.
Yeah, he's going
Fastest
even
lap there.
quicker though. Only 3 drivers inside the 1 minute 33s at the moment, and they're covered by a massive 7/10 of a second. But then you look back to the battle over P4, which Sinkizuato currently occupies P4 on 1:34.0. But then you've got 3 drivers all within 9/100ths of a second, with Chile in 5th, Chalupa 6th, and Afro 7th. So very close battle for that P4 spot.
I was trying to watch $10 whole on a hot lap, but he just had a spin as soon as I switched to him. So let's see the the Alfa Romeo behind him with division. And that is not an improvement. Massive Afro through the DRS zone. And we have a Red Bull of JDM haters diving into the pit. Behind him a Williams, also in the pit.
Yep, and
the Alpha Tauri
coming as well.
Alpha Tauri into the pit. Everyone's just nicked the wall a little bit. Everyone's just
SSR
getting ready
Hamilton's
for
just
their
come out the final
shot.
corner. He crosses the line and goes up into P4. Very good lap there from Hamilton.
Amazing lap from
1:33.9, just missing out and beating Monkey into the top 3, but very good showing so far and very close between 3rd, 4th and 5th.
Zwiffy starting his hot lap with Boss Cookie behind him, probably coming into the pit. As the other Alpha Tauri, Craig Conley, starting his hot lap as well. And the McLaren behind him, Chile. Or, no, it's Zampa. Sorry, it's Zampa. He's gonna start another hot lap on these tires.
Yep.
Behind Zampa is King Chalupa.
ABL Murphy's coming out the final corner here. He's on his 2nd flying lap and goes pole. 1:33.1.
ABR Murphy, he's doing it. He's looking to capitalize. Payox King missing this race. If he can bring home the 30 points, he can close the gap. King Chalupa looks like he spun in turn 3. Unlucky for him, but at least he could dive out of the way.
Yeah, but back to ABL Murphy there. That is a fantastic lap there. Put him on provisional pole. Almost a 10th of a second quicker than Boss Cookie. And I can't believe to say the pole time in Tier 2 was a 34.2. We're almost getting into the 1 minute 32s here in Tier 1.
We might get into 32s as Chile's finishing his hot lap as he just hit the wall a little bit. Still improves to 34.026. He jumped Sinkizuato there. We have a Haas coming in as well. Behind him, Wiffy in the Mercedes jumps to 10th place as Zampa is just gonna come into the pit. I think he invalidated his lap.
Just watching Craig Conley at the moment come quite gingerly out the final corner. He's going to set his lap.
Murphy diving out of the way, and Craig Conley left as well.
Who was that? That was
Boss Cookie and Craig Conley. I wouldn't say they are satisfied with their times. Chile still on the track. Chalupa looks like he's starting a hot lap. Let's see who else. Halo is on a hot lap. He's gonna finish a hot lap. No, it's Reflex Pilot in the pit. Okay, we can stay with Halo then. Let's see the Haas driver. Everyone else seems to be ducking into the pit. And Chile in front of Halo is probably going to come into the pit as well. The Red Bulls are going out. No, JDM Haters is on a hot lap. Maybe King Chalupa is going to give him a tow here. Indeed he does. Boss Cookie is back. And Chalupa dives out of the way. JDM Haters got a really nice toe. Bit of a lock up, probably intentional. As Halo dived into the pit as well, he abandoned his hot lap. Behind him, Wi-Fi winner is going to come in as well. So our next contestant is JDM Haters, looking to improve from a 34.9.
Let's see who's still left to make, or who's still on a lap at the moment. I think the next man across the line will be JDM Haters in the Red Bull, down in P13 at the moment on 134.9. Coming through the corner at turn 20. Judges is braking well for the final corner on the power as early as can up to the line. Goes up to P10, 134.3, so pretty decent improvement on his first lap, gaining about 0.6 of a second, but still only just breaking into that top 10.
It's a very good improvement for him. I think $10 and Zampa are going to be the first ones for the next hot laps. Everyone just took a little break before the final showdown. Let's see who's in front of $10, one of the Alfa Romeo guys. Division is actually on a hot lap. Out on the back straight, everyone else is on out laps. JDM Haters just finished his out lap.
Yeah, this is where we get the absolute chaos of the final couple of minutes in qualifying. Everyone try to get out of the pits on fresh rubber and get in that final lap of the session when the track is at its quickest, because obviously as the session goes by, more rubber gets laid down and that provides more grip for the drivers and just generally makes the track that bit quicker to go round. So if you could be that last man across the line, you get the track when it is at its absolute quickest, and that can provide those vital hundredths of a second that could be the difference between positions.
Indeed it is. We've seen Tier 2 Ultra Titan put in his pole position lap at the very last seconds of the qualifying.
On board, I'm soundboard at the moment with Division. He's going to be the first man to cross the line here. And goes P4 with a 33.9. Another guy into the 39. So that's Monkey, Division and Hamilton all within 0.03 of a second of each other. So really close between those guys. And to be fair, 1/10 of a second covers P4 down to, well, just over 1/10 of a second covers P4 down to P7.
Just trying to find who's going to be the next on qualifying. Looks like everyone's on an out lap. Could be Massive Afro with the Alfa Romeo. Indeed.
Yeah, it will be.
Alpha Tauri in front of him.
He's looking pretty quick at the moment, Massive Afro. Coming out the final corner. And the Alfa Romeo driver puts himself into P3. Another good lap from the Alphas.
P3, but still 0.6 off of Boss Cookie's time. Boss Cookie and Murphy, they're just setting the pace as Monkey swoops by to try and challenge them for front row.
Yeah, it was $10 who was the last man to cross the line, so keep an eye out to see what he can do in the Ferrari. But we have now reached the end of qualifying, so this is the last chance for everyone, and the first man across the line will be Zampa. Coming into the final corner, he's sat down in P15 at the moment in that McLaren, a 134.4 he sets to go P12, so perhaps not Zampa's absolute best performance in qualifying, but we know how quick he is, and I'm sure he'll be pulling that back in the race.
Hamilton finishes in P6. He could not improve his time. JDM Hater stays on 10. Reflex Pilot stays in the back of the grid in 15. Let's see if Craig Conley can set a lap. He's very close to finishing it.
GSR Chile crosses the line with P3 with a 33.7. Good lap from him.
Boss Cookie improves just a couple of hundreds. ABR Murphy stays in pole position.
And Halo stays down in P13 with his lap.
Kizuato stays in P8. Wi-Fi winner jumps JDM Haters up to 10th place. Let's see if Craig Conley can put a lap time down after 2 disconnections. He can, but he won't improve from P16, 135.1. And Massive Afro is still on the track. King Chalupa is on a hot lap.
Yeah, King
Finishing it,
Chalupa slams
knocking
it
into
into
the
the wall.
wall.
And goes,
And
well,
10 whole
stays
dollars
in
is still on the
P9.
track. I think we have our grid. ABR
Yeah,
Murphy
$10
and Boss
has
Cookie
run out of
in the
fuel by
front
the looks of
row.
it. Massive
Monkey and
Afro.
Chili in second row.
Yeah,
Massive
Massive
Afro in
Afro's
division
run out
with
of
the
fuel
two
as
Alfa
well, so.
Romeos. And then SSR Hamilton, Kizuato, King Chalupa and Wi-Fi winner, the top 10. Hater, Zampa, Halo, 10 whole dollars, Reflex Pilot, and Craig Conley.
Pretty
was it
strong
for
showing though
qualifying.
at the front of the grid. Some ridiculously quick times from our front runners there. Did Boss
Very good
Cookie just
times,
leave
as
the
we can
session
see.
again?
I think it was retirement.
Let's see, I'll send him an invite when they get on the formation lap anyway.
Haters left the session though. JDM Haters had a disconnection, unfortunately.
Yeah, we'll send them invites out when they're on the formation lap.
Hopefully it won't cause any issues. Monkey 3/10 off of Boss Cookie. I think if the past is prologue, Boss Cookie will jump Murphy at the start and leave the Williams drivers. We don't see BRL Neymar on the track. I'm not quite sure, but I think he's got a race ban for last week. But I'm just gonna check real quick to verify it. Let's see.
Craig Conley also leaving the session.
I'm reading
Losing
that
people
Neymar got
from-
a qualifying ban. Oh, we only have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. We only have 13 guys in the session. That's a bit weird. So JDM Haters, Boss Cookie, and who else is missing? Boss Cookie is back. Murphy, Monkey is there. Haters is back as well. Just one more person missing. I could not tell you who's the last person missing. And trouble is continuing. We're migrating the host. Okay, I think we might have a bit of trouble. Everyone seems to be disconnecting. I'm pretty sure we are going to have a new lobby set up. So give us a few moments and we are going to set up a new lobby. And we are back. Sorry about that, folks. Bit of technical issues there. Just gonna count out the players. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I count 14 people. And we got a nice fresh lobby there. Everyone's gonna get fresh tires, but everyone is obligated to start on the same tires. As we see, Hamilton readies up a bit early. $10 whole follows suit. I'm not sure, they probably should have waited for Zampa. And I have my friend GB Sanderson back with me. Yes. Oof. Hamilton ducked into the wall straight away. Haters disconnected. It looks like Haters did not make it back. What is going on? Zampa and Halo made contact. They're back on the grid. They won't be able to warm up their fresh tires. I think Hamilton was banking on that there was not going to be a formation lap, so he might have overshot the start and just hit the wall. Alright, thank you very much. As we see the grid, ABR Murphy in the Williams in pole position, Boss Cookie beside him in second place, Monkey with the other Williams in third place, Chili fourth, Massive Afro in Division in the third row with the Alfa Romeos, Hamilton 7, Sinkizuato 8, King Chalupa 9, Wi-Fi Winners 10. And then we go down, Haters, Zampa, Halo, $10 whole, Reflex Pilot and Craig Conley finish up the grid. As I've said, everyone's getting fresh tires now. It's going to scramble the strategies a little bit. It's going to make it a bit easier for everyone, not too much. We might see some of the drivers go for the one stopper. We're just gonna have to see. Hamilton and Sinkizuato made contact as well. They were shunted back onto the grid. And it looks like everyone is getting ready. No spins in the last corner this time. ABR Murphy and Monkey both jumped Boss Cookie, who had a really bad start. The two Williams drivers in front, the two Alfa Romeos behind them, Massive Afro and Division. Everyone jumped Boss Cookie. What happened there? He did not get a good start, and it looks like he's on the medium tires. I'm not sure if that's against the rules. We're just gonna have to see it after the race. He definitely qualified on the soft tires. As we see Murphy in first place, Monkey behind him. Murphy is literally in pole position to get 30 points up on Payox Kings. I don't have a box, so mine should be good.
Okay, let us know, stream, if you can hear both of us.
This is me speaking. They can't hear you, man. I have no idea. You might want to try and rejoin the party maybe. Maybe that'll fix it. And just gonna hide this. And we see the position changes. King Chalupa jumped 4 places. Boss Cookie, unfortunately, we missed what happened with him. Down 12 spots, back of the grid. JDM Haters is the first guy getting a penalty. Back in the final position, behind Halo. And it looks like the 2 Alfa Romeos are chasing down Monkey in second place. ABR Murphy pulled away. And Boss Cookie retires on the track. Yikes, what happened to Boss Cookie? Oh, he went into the pit lane. I wanted to see the wreckage. Welcome back, GB Sanderson. It looks like Boss Cookie has a curse on him for this week. He's not having a great time lately. ABR Murphy well ahead. And Massive Afro takes Monkey at the end of the DRS straight. Division lining up as well. Massive Afro overshots the corner a little bit, almost hits the wall as well. Monkey able to get past him, and Division as well, as we're on board with King Chalupa just watching these 3 battle. It's a massive train behind Monkey. King Chalupa overshots the corner just a little bit. ABR Murphy with the fastest lap. Let's see Chili making a move on King Chalupa on the outside. We're on board with Sing Kizuato behind them, who can capitalize if they make a mistake. ABR Murphy already 4.5 seconds down. I'm not sure if it's not a Williams strategy. I'm not sure if Monkey is not dropping back on purpose to give Murphy very tight 5 of them at the same time. The Alfa Romeos don't have team orders. I was just saying the Williams drivers probably do, as Sing Kizuato overtook Chili into the DRS zone. We go on board with King Chalupa, who's attacking both the Alfa Romeos. And a bit of contact. That might have been a bit too ambitious, as Chalupa makes contact with Massive Afro, but comes back to P4. Sing Kizuato capitalizes on the mistakes, as ABR Murphy has 5.9 seconds of lead in front of his teammates. And Monkey picks up a penalty as well. Sing Kizuato on the tail of Monkey. Monkey's job is to keep him behind himself, to give Murphy plenty of space to win this race. Division now on the back of King Chalupa. Sing Kizuato, he didn't make a move. Division might. Hamilton behind him, Chili behind them, Wi-Fi winner, big train of cars ahead. Let's go back on board with Sing Kizuato. Monkey overshots the corner a little bit again. Very tricky every sector. I'm not sure if everyone had a chance to set their cars up. Zampa has a spin as well. King Chalupa gets a time penalty. We'll jump back onto Sing Kizuato in the DRS zone, who's going to take Monkey now. Monkey has no chance to keep him back. And Sing Kizuato up to second place, 8 seconds behind Murphy. Monkey did his job no matter what happens after this. Back behind them, Division making a move on King Chalupa. A very big train of cars here. Monkey picked up 3 seconds of penalties, as did King Chalupa. And Chalupa overtakes Division, takes back P4. Camera was just a bit too far. Now there's a bit of space behind Division. Hamilton still in 1 second. I think Kizuato already 7 seconds. So alright, let us know, chat, if the voices, if you can hear me, that's like half the job done. Let us know if you can hear GB now. We're on board. We're on board. Right behind Division. Loop. Looks battle here. I think all three of them have DRS, so there's not many chances to overtake unless somebody would like to dive bomb the other. Maybe Wi-Fi? Not quite close enough. I think Kizuato already down to 6.5, 6.4 seconds. And he's not quite close enough. King Chalupa chasing Monkey down. And just not quite close enough there. I think Kizuato already 6 seconds behind Murphy. He is putting in the fast lap times. Just gonna jump to the tires there. Kizuato down under 6 seconds. Behind him, Monkey already 5 seconds down. Wi-Fi Winner picks up 10 seconds of penalties. What happened there with Wi-Fi Winner? He must have overshot these slow corners. JDM Haters also 10 seconds of penalties. What is happening there? Zampa back on the hard tires after his spin as King Chalupa overtakes Monkey. And he is now in the head of this. Did we just see him cut these corners down? I think we did. Not really in control of their car. Everyone just leaving the track and spinning off. You see 5 of them all together. Chalupa, Monkey, Division, Hamilton and Chile. Craig Conley picks up more penalties as he dives into the pit just in front of these guys. And Chile spins in the start-finish straight. 10 whole dollars up to 7th place. And it is now a train of 4 cars with Chalupa, Monkey, Division and Hamilton. Wi-Fi Winner also with 3 seconds of penalties. Really big battle. We have yellow flag, one of the Haas pilots, Reflex pilot, having a spin, and there's somebody else off the track, Craig Conley. It looks like everybody's struggling with their car. I'm not sure if they were able to set their cars up after the restart, because Hamilton looked to be readying up just a bit too quickly there. So we have this 4-way battle still going on. Monkey looks like he's disconnected. No, he's not. He's just having a bit of a lag as Hamilton overtakes Division for 5th place. And space was left as well. Let's see if Hamilton can catch Monkey and King Chalupa, who are battling for the podium. They also have penalties. We can check on the penalties. 3 seconds for Chalupa and Monkey. For also Craig Conley, 13 for Wi-Fi, and 22 for JDM Haters in the back of the field. And ABR Murphy starts the pitting. He pits from first place. Let's see. King Chalupa follows him. Monkey, of course, cannot follow him. Think Kizuato in the lead right now, as one of the McLarens are slowing down in the DRS straight. It looks like Zampa's having trouble. Does he have a puncture, or he's just gonna take a break now? Welcome back, GB. Give us a big shout. Let's see if people can hear you. Alright. It's up to you, chat. Let us know if you can hear JB. Well, you weren't really talking. Nothing. Ah, shucks. Yeah, and if there's anything happening, you can clip it as well. And there's just an extra set of eyes. As Hamilton overtakes Monkey for second place. Monkey is not having a good time. Seeing Kizuato in the lead after Murphy pits. King Chalupa followed Murphy into the pit and put on soft tires again. Murphy came back with the mediums. Zampa with another 5 seconds of penalties. I think he's going to retire in the pits with 1 minute behind Chile. And Hamilton coming into the pit as well, with Sink Kizuato in front of him, 10 seconds between them. It looks like Zampa is coming back out to the track. He's not retiring. Hamilton and Monkey in the pit as well. $10 whole in the lead right now in the Ferrari. The Tier 2 champion putting his name tag on Tier 1 with ABR Murphy right behind him. Let's see if he can hold him up just a little bit. I think Kizuato 6 seconds off of ABR Murphy. Let's see the Ferrari battling the Williams. $10 whole moves to the inside line, and he has absolutely no chance with the used medium tires against ABR Murphy's fresh ones. There's a yellow flag, a McLaren again. It looks like Zampa's not really having a good time. He's just ducking out of the way of everyone. Back on board with $10 whole, still behind Murphy. I think Kizuato down 7.8 seconds of ABR Murphy. He's not gonna go for first place in this race. Reflex Pilot up to 4th. He did not pit yet. King Chalupa 5th on the soft tires. He's gonna have an advantage against everyone else on the mediums as Monkey picks up 3 seconds of penalties again. Monkey down to 9th place after his pit. Behind Hamilton. Hamilton behind Division. Division behind Massive Afro. ABR Murphy picks up the fastest lap as well. 3 seconds penalties for Massive Afro as Reflex Pilot hit the wall of the pit entry and he backs out of it. Very, very fortunate that he's not disqualified. We've seen that in the qualifying in Tier 2 earlier, happening to Knox and $10 whole. Reflex Pilot makes it into the pit. As King Chalupa has a bit of a breathing space in front of the Alfa Romeos. He is in net 3rd place at the moment. We're still waiting on $10 whole to pit. Of course, he has the advantage of the soft tires. JDM Haters picks up 10 more penalties for corner cutting. Zampa behind Haters, and Division makes a move on his teammate. We have yellow flag again, one of the McLarens. It looks like Chile had a spin as well. Backs out almost in the way of one of the Haas drivers. JDM Haters with another 10 seconds there. JDM Haters, 3 more seconds of penalties. In front of him, Hamilton chasing down the Alfa Romeos on the fresh medium tires. I think Kizuato picks up 3 seconds of penalties as well. That's going to put him in a bit of a difficult situation as $10 hits and swaps his tires. I think Kizuato also gets the fastest lap. Let's see if Hamilton can make a move on massive afro there. King Chalupa up to 3rd, then Division, massive afro, Hamilton. Monkey all the way down to 7th place after 3rd. Chile with a 5-second penalty. At the moment only Murphy, Division and Reflex Pilot are the ones without penalties. JDM with 10 more seconds. And Chile with 5 more seconds, and we have a safety car. Chile is gone. JDM Haters overtakes Chalupa under safety car. And JDM Haters finally gets his disqualification for cutting all the corners he could find. Monkey was AI for just a second. He probably checked on the standings. Let's see if any of the guys are pitting under the safety car. Of course, most people just pitted $10 just pitted before the safety car. And I do see a McLaren off the track behind a Ferrari. ABM Murphy gets 3 seconds of penalties and he pits. He's probably going to put on the hard tires as he matches Sink and Chalupa's penalty points. We're on board with Zampa. There's a car, it's the safety car just waiting for everyone. Zampa closing in on $10, probably a lap down. King Chalupa and Division and Monkey also in the pit, putting on fresh set of tires. ABR Murphy is able to come back on 1st place. Zampa also retires. Just gonna check real quick what happened to Chile in the incident section.
Also might be worth noting that in those pit stops, Sink has come in and pitted for softs. Everyone else who's come in has pitted for mediums.
Alright.
Terminal damage for McLaren season.
Terminal damage after getting 5 seconds of penalties, 3 seconds of penalties, 5 seconds again, and then terminal. I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to leave it up to the stewards later on. As you've said, Sink Kizuato on the soft tires, everyone around him on mediums, SSR Halo with the hard tires. It's very interesting that Murphy came into the pit for fresh mediums after just doing 3 laps on the medium tires. He has to go until the end. He's gonna be in a very big disadvantage if he has to pit again. Massive Afro in 2nd place, Hamilton 3rd, Sink Kizuato 4th. $10 is the big winner of the safety car as he just pitted before the safety car. So he jumps up to 5th place, Chalupa 6, Division 7, Monkey 8, Wi-Fi 9, Reflex Halo and Craig Conley finish up the field. Definitely Sink will have to stop again because the softs last a maximum of 10 laps, maybe 11 if you're very careful with them, but it won't be enough until the end. Dub Z in the chat saying Murphy simply walking away from a very dominant drive. Indeed he is, indeed he is. I'm not sure if it was strategy from Monkey to drop back or he couldn't get his setup right at the restart, but it was working out for Murphy until the safety car. As we see the tires, Murphy on fresh mediums, Massive Afro on used mediums, Hamilton 3-lap-old mediums, and Wi-Fi winner on 5-lap-old mediums. Basically everyone else has fresh set of tires. I think Kizuato will have no choice but to jump ahead to first place if he can and try and create a gap, because he is in a massive disadvantage if we look at the race as a whole. And safety car is in this lap. We're gonna jump back to racing. On board with Sing Kizuato. In front of him, Hamilton and Massive Afro. Murphy, of course, leading the pack, setting the pace. He can restart whenever he feels like. Behind Sink we have Tier 2 champion $10 Whole and King Chalupa in the Red Bull. This is the point where the nerves start to get you. Just a few seconds before the restart. Everyone wants to go, no one can go. Murphy setting the pace. And it looks like he's back up to racing speed. Hamilton with a 5-second penalty. He collides with Massive Afro. And he's backed off. I think Kizuato unable to capitalize on that. $10 Whole with 3-second penalties, and King Chalupa jumps $10 Whole. They're off the track, both of them, and King Chalupa, he managed to save it before the wall, I think. Yes, he's got his end plates. Division and $10 Whole going at it right now into the hairpin. Division on the outside. He gets a better run, and they touch just a little bit. Division, of course, in front. $10 Whole in the Ferrari, has to concede the spot. Monkey behind them. $10 Whole unable to put his car inside, as Sing Kizuato looks like he jumped Hamilton and is ready to take down Massive Afro for second place. Monkey having a move on $10 Whole as well. If it $10 Whole on the inside line, Monkey gets a better run out of the corner and back up to 6th place. King Chalupa picking up some penalties. He's all the way down to 11th place. Unfortunate incident with $10 Whole. Let's see, Massive Afro's off the track and Sing Kizuato is right beside him. Not much space left for either of them, but Kizuato manages to make the move and he's up to 2nd place. He's doing what he can, but he's already 3 seconds down of ABR Murphy. Just runs a little bit wide. Let's see if his speed is enough to get up to the Williams driver. Hamilton and Massive Afro gonna have another battle in the DRS zone as King Chalupa ducks into the pit and retired as well. His car is coming back on the track, but King Chalupa did indeed retire in the pit in 12th place. Iris, thank you for the bits, appreciate it very much. As we see, Hamilton finally overtakes Massive Afro. Let's just jump onto the penalties real quick. And there we have it, 3 seconds for Murphy and Sinkizuato. They're battling on the track. 8 seconds for Hamilton and Massive Afro. Massive Afro looks like he's gonna make a move on the inside, and they hit each other. Very tight between them, division behind them. There's just not enough space for two cars there. And division jumped Massive Afro, thanks to Hamilton not letting up. Massive Afro has a spin as well. Monkey with 3 seconds. Division passes Hamilton. $10 whole passes Monkey for 6th place. Monkey comes into the pit. We did see Massive Afro have a bit of a slide. There's probably contact there. Division has no penalties. He is in a very good spot. Everyone's of course in the points now. Monkey dives out of the race as well. He's had enough. Absolute chaos in this tier 1 race. Let's see if Hamilton makes a move here at the end of the DRS straight. He does indeed. He jumps in. Division off the track, has to cut the corner. That was probably not a good move from Hamilton, as now Massive Afro in a position to overtake him. Hamilton as well. Double move. And Division off the track as well. Hamilton is just hassling him, and now Massive Afro hit Hamilton in the back, and Reflex Pilot hits Hamilton as well. Hamilton all the way back to the field. If I'm honest, that wasn't really smart driving from Hamilton, but we're just gonna have to wait until the stewards sort that out, as Sinkizuato is closing in on ABR Murphy. He's already 1.3 seconds behind him. Of course, Sinkizuato will have to pit one more time, as the soft tires won't last that long. Hamilton has to come into the pit. He obviously has damage. He was hit from the side as well. Wiffy, we're on board with Wiffy winner, who's behind Massive Afro and $10 whole. All three of them within a second of each other, and Division in front of them. And Hamilton indeed retires in the pit. He's had enough as well. 9 racers left. 7 people retired. Well, 6, because JDM haters got disqualified. And it looks like the field's finally thinning out. Think is already 1 second behind ABR Murphy. Indeed, Reflex Pilot in the back of Wiffy for 6th place. Everyone is in the points now. Reflex and Halo, the two Haas drivers, are the only ones without penalties. They kept it clean. Let's see if they can come forward. As Massive Afro and Wiffy both lock up. Massive Afro with another 3 seconds of penalties. Jump on board with $10 whole, chasing Division. I think Kizuato is getting there, but he is in a huge disadvantage. I doubt he can make it with 11 more laps on the soft tires. Let's see if Reflex Pilot can make a move there. Massive Afro in the pit. I wouldn't be surprised if he retired as well. But like I said, everyone's in the point, and every point counts. It looks like he's coming back out as well. No, not yet. It looks like he is coming back out, as we're still on board with Reflex Pilot, trying to overtake Wiffy winner for 6th place. Wiffy, of course, will drop down to 8th place if it stays like this, because he has 13 seconds of penalties. I think Kizuato's 6/10 off of ABR Murphy now, as Reflex Pilot going to the outside, going for the better run, but he concedes the place to Wi-Fi Winner, and Wi-Fi Winner! He didn't accelerate in time. He had a very slow acceleration and Reflex hit him from the back. Reflex will probably have to pit. He lost an end plate there. Now Halo is in the back of Wi-Fi Winner as well. Halo picks up his first penalties. What is going on here today? Everyone is just at each other constantly. As Sink Kizuato 6/10 off of ABR Murphy. Let's see if he can make a move in the DRS zone. We have 9 racers left. Reflex Pilot making a move, but Reflex Pilot... Oh, he's in the pits. He's in the pits. Halo is the one chasing Wi-Fi Winner. Looks like Sink did not have a good runoff to the DRS zone. He's very far away from ABR Murphy. He won't be able to make a move right now, but there's a second DRS zone coming up as Reflex Pilot rejoins the track in 9th place, the only driver without penalties. Now ABR Murphy going to the outside, Sink on the inside. Terrible camera angle again as Sink makes the move and overtakes ABR Murphy for first place. ABR Murphy probably banking on that Sink has to pit one more time. He might even pit right now, actually. I'm checking. Oh, thank you for following. Appreciate it. Stay tuned. Tomorrow at midnight UK time, we're gonna have Tier 3 racing around Abu Dhabi. As we're just seeing the final 9 laps of Tier 1. 7 drivers retired. Absolute chaos. Oh yes, Sink made a move in the last lap on ABR Murphy, who's probably banking on Sink having to pit one more time. His soft tires are gonna be absolutely destroyed if he stays on them for much longer. Down the field, Halo looking at Wi-Fi Winner's back. Let's see if he can keep his front wing intact. Halo on the hard tires since the safety car, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see if he can make a move in the second DRS zone. ABR Murphy coming back at Sink Kizuato there. $10 whole. Very close to division as well. Bradley Johnson saying you don't do it on the corner exit racing line. That's absolutely true. As GB Sanderson is saying that Wi-Fi Winner had an illegal overtake, so he had to concede the position back, but he broke on the racing line. That's why Reflex Pilot hit him, and that's why he was forced to pit. $10 whole. Not looking like he's in a position to overtake division. We're gonna jump back to the tires. Just pit Wi-Fi Winner in the pit on the very old medium tires. $10 whole has 1 lap older tires than everyone else. Let's see if he can get a good run in the DRS zone. ABR Murphy 8/10 and $10 whole spins a little bit. He's not gonna have a move on division at this point. Murphy chasing Sink Kizuato. Reflex Pilot overtook Wi-Fi Winner, who was forced to pit as well. Murphy keeps his cool amidst all this chaos. Division down 15 seconds of him. $10 looks like he's chasing him in the second DRS straight. He's gonna make the move on the outside. Division stays. They give each other space. No contact made. Division keeps his third place. Very good racing from these two. CM3 SK8 and Major Pain, thank you for following, appreciate it. We're just in the final few laps of the Tier 1 race here in Abu Dhabi. We've seen 7 guys retire, most of them in the pit after made contact. $10 coming into the pit. He's not going to stay behind Division anymore. As we see ABR Murphy still chasing Sink Kizuato for first place. Sink Kizuato on very old soft tires, struggling to keep pace. Let's see if Murphy can make a move in the DRS as Halo jumps up to 4th place in the Haas. Massive Afro getting a penalty. And I think Murphy is gonna be ready to overtake Sink Kizuato in the second DRS straight, which is not even a straight. Reflex Pilot in front of Craig Conley. Craig Conley dropping back. He might have just dived out of the way. And Sink looks like he can defend his position. Murphy's not taking any risks. He's still banking on Sink having to pit one more time. It would be quite extreme if Sink Kizuato stayed out on these softs, doing about 15 laps on them. I have GB Sanderson with me saying that if Sink pits, he can still stay on the podium, because Murphy obviously will jump him. Division is 17 seconds down of Sink, and Halo in 4th place is 12 seconds down of Division, so that is indeed correct. Sink can stay on the podium if he pits. Now, Murphy in a good position again to overtake. Let's see if Sink can defend. He gets a good run out into the DRS zone. Murphy's not gonna risk anything. Championship leader Payox Kings is absent of this race. If Murphy stays second, he can get 25 points for second place. Of course, first place is 30 points. And his medium tires are gonna last longer than Sink's soft tires. 10 laps on these tires for both of them. The rest of the field is thinning out now, so we can just enjoy this battle for the win. And it looks like Division is dropping back even more. A little bit. And now 5 laps remaining. I think Sink is in a position to stay out on these soft tires. He's going to have to risk it. He doesn't want to drop down to 3rd place with an extra pit. He's gonna struggle really hard in the final few laps. Murphy will have to start trying to overtake him if he wants to win this race. Now Murphy looks like he got a better run. And he's gonna go for the overtake on the inside line. Very level-headed from both of them. Sink Kizuato not making any extreme moves. He's very happy with his second place. Let's see if he can come back. Not quite. And he probably wants to save his tires, lest he would spin in one of these tricky corners. It looks like Sink is going to give up this first place and stay on second. He has 18 seconds on division. He doesn't have to take any risks now, and if he can just bring his car home, he gets second place. If he pits, he gets third place. Craig Conley picking up another set of penalties there. Massive Afro coming in the back of Halo. Very fortunate that we're having another battle here. I wouldn't be sure what to show you otherwise, because everybody's just thinning out. Halo on the hard tires, Massive Afro on softs. Let's see if Massive Afro can make a move. Sink Kizuato looks like he's keeping the pressure on Murphy. If somebody would like to learn about tire management, I think Sink Kizuato is your man. 12 laps on the soft tires and running. Now Massive Afro in a position to overtake Halo. Halo defends the outside. Massive Afro goes for the inside. And a simple overtake. Massive Afro up to 4th place. Good finish for the Alfa Romeos. Halo probably doesn't have enough juice to challenge Massive Afro again. We'll stay with Sink Kizuato. $10 1 second off of Halo. With fresh soft tires, $10 is gonna make a move as well. As Halo picks up a set of penalties, $10 chasing Massive Afro with a fresher set of soft tires. Our Tier 2 champion didn't have much luck around Abu Dhabi in the Tier 2 race a few hours ago. He has a better run now as he overtakes Halo in the start-finish straight for P5, and he's free to chase Massive Afro down for P4 as well. Seeing Kizuato outside of a second now, behind ABR Murphy. I think he is ready to go for second place as $10 picks up a set of penalties as well. Let's jump back to the penalties because that's going to be important now. $10 and Halo both with 6 seconds, Massive Afro with 9 seconds. $10 doesn't even have to overtake Massive Afro. In front of Afro, Division, Sink and Murphy all with 3 seconds. Reflex Pilot is the only one without penalty seconds. Lil Young Q Man, thank you for following, appreciate it. League is indeed promising. Don't mind the 7 retirements. We had a very exciting race with a bit of chaos there. And then we're gonna have another race Sunday midnight UK time, Tier 3. I think AJ is going to be commentator on that. Just gonna have a quick look there. Tier 3 commentators, yes, AJ and Zampa himself are gonna be hosting Tier 3. Make sure to stay tuned. And we see $10 very close to Massive Afro. He's going to make the move. He's gonna show why he got the title in Tier 2. And Massive Afro ducking out of the way. Must have overshot the corner a little bit, but he got a good run out on the outside line. But against $10's DRS, it's not going to be enough. He can try and come back on the second DRS trade there. Let's see if he has enough juice in his car left. Not quite, not quite. Your softs are much more used as he picks up some more penalties. He's going to jump down behind Halo if it stays like this. And probably behind Reflex Pilot as well. Gonna be a good result for the Haas boys. Reflex Pilot, the only driver without a penalty as of yet, but there's still a lap to go. Burns10, thank you for following, appreciate it. We're in the final lap of the Abu Dhabi Tier 1 race. ABR Murphy well in the lead in front of Sinkizuato, who's doing 15 laps on the soft tires. Division in third place, well behind $10 whole. We've just seen him make a move for P4. We're on board with Massive Afro in 5th place, but he is going to drop down to 7th on penalties, with Whiffy Winner and Craig Conley finishing up the field. Everyone else is gone, unfortunately, through various incidents. And we're just gonna go back to ABR Murphy. He's finishing his final lap. And with Payox King missing this race, he's gonna get 30 points up on him. Close the gap a little bit as he crosses the line in first place with a dominant victory. Sinkizuato behind him. Very good drive from him. The fireworks go for both of them. As Division picks up some more penalties, it's not gonna matter as $10 whole has the same amount. He's just gonna bring the Alfa Romeo home. Division doing a little celebration, crossing the line. $10 whole coming behind him, also with a bit of celebration. $10 whole making up 10 spots, finishing in 4th place. Massive Afro 5th. Halo coming in for 6th, but jumps down to 7th as we have only 9 drivers finishing the race. And Reflex Pilot is the driver of the day, the man without penalties. GB Sanderson is telling me that Sinkizuato got a puncture on his outlap, but he picks up the fastest lap as well, an extra point for him. After crossing the line. So Sinkizuato crossed the line and then he got a puncture on the 15 lap old soft tires. That is just ridiculous. Let's see if we can get Murphy, Kizuato and Division in here for an interview, and maybe $10 whole as well, if he wants to say a few words after.
Let's hope the audio works.
Oh yeah. So we have $10 whole. Let's see if he wants to join us. Partey. Sinkizuato. And Division. And then Murphy.
I'll let you know in the stream if I can hear people.
Alright. So we have our podium guys: Murphy, Sinkizuato, Division, and 4th place $10 whole, the tier 2 champ, with us. Make sure guys to tick the box if you want everyone to hear you. Chat, let us know if you can hear them. Let's start with the podium. Division in 3rd place, very dominant racing. Had a few incidents around you and with you maybe. Tell us how was your race from your point of view? got a bit lucky there with a few incidents all around you with Massive Afro, Hamilton, and basically everyone else. It does indeed. All right. Boxes are ticked. It looks like the party is not working. Let's try Sing Kizuato if you're with us. Let's see if your voice can be heard. How was your race? You had 15 laps on the soft tires. What was your strategy?
So, yeah, why not try and do this? Yeah, it did kind of work, but yeah.
Well, we've seen a few alternate strategies before. Yours is up there with the top 3 now, and you picked up the fastest lap as well. And it looks like it doesn't. It's not working. We can try restarting the party now. See if it happens. Just give us a few seconds. I'm gonna restart the party. See if we can get everyone in.
Let's see if this works.
Let's see. Sync. I'm gonna let you speak a little bit so everyone can hear you.
Let's see if it works. See if we can hear everyone. Oh, I can hear my own voice on the stream. Hello again.
Welcome back, GB.
What an absolute miracle. It's finally working again. Make sure everyone joining the party ticks their box. We'll have a chat with you all. We'll run through you all over again. That's going to be a bit easier. Yes, we can. As long as you tick your box, it should all be working.
Now. So, Division, once again, tell us your perspective on the race. 3rd place.
I'll give a short version. I did not expect much. Favorite track. A lot of aggression. A lot of people did not make the finish line, and that resulted in me getting P3.
Indeed, we had 7 retirements, accidents, incidents all around you.
Yeah. Yeah, mate. I have
very,
some
very good driving
incidents as well clipped, so we'll see.
Alright, we're gonna have to let the steward handle it. Saint Kizuato, 2nd place, 15 laps on the soft tires in the end. What was your strategy there?
Get away from Murphy, pit, go as fast as I can to catch him. Didn't happen, so I went to the end. That's really it.
It was a very good alternate strategy. We've seen a few of them before, but yours is up there as well. And the winner, ABR Murphy in the Williams, up the Williams there. Very dominant drive from you, and 30 points in the bag.
Yeah, so that was a weird race. I got a massive lead, and then Kizuato started catching a rapid pace. And then we both pitted. Safety car nonsense again. He went on a sausage, which I was surprised by, because I knew they wouldn't make it to the end, or I thought they would make it to the end. But yeah, I was just staying behind him, staying in the DRS until I think he made a minor mistake at the hairpin. I thought, yeah, I'm just gonna go, and his tires just fell off, and that was it.
Yes, he did have a bit of struggle, but he did pick up the fastest lap as well.
He did. It was rapid in a straight line. I couldn't believe it.
Very good drive from you. And we have Tier 2 champion, $10 whole with a 4th place finish after starting from P14. Tell us how you feel about that race.
Yeah, I was a bit mad that I botched the quali, and also when I came in for my first stop, as soon as I came out of the pits, the safety car came out. So I'm happy with the P4. I think I stayed consistent and I didn't spun, so I'm happy with it.
Yeah, you got really lucky there with the safety car. It just came out after you pitted. You were able to make up a whole lot of ground there. Did you see any incidents in front of you, behind you, around you,
Oh yeah,
above you, under you?
first few laps were kind of hectic, and the safety car restart was too. But everything worked out, and it was fun race.
All right, thank you so much, guys. Very good race.
GG's.
And
GG.
make sure to
GG.
stay tuned for Tier 3 at midnight tomorrow, UK time. Thank you everyone for watching.
Thank you very much, stream. Sorry about the technical issues today.